Good morning. Say good morning. Say hi. Can you say hi? And look, you see Ginger in the background. Yeah. We're going to go make a video. You want to make a video with Mama? Yeah? Say hi, people. Hi, guys. You come with me? Yeah. Let's go make a video. Yeah. And let's go have a talk. Good morning, everybody. I hope you guys are doing well. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We have another beautiful fall day here. So we're going to get out while we have the next few days of nice weather. And we're going to do as much yard work as possible. Right, baby? Yeah. Say yeah. She don't care. This baby Zilla, she just going to get in the way anyway. So, before we get started, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, and share. You guys know I'm your girl Kiki Soto. And if you're here, you already know you're Urban Girl Gardening. And if you haven't been here before, thank you for tuning in. So I figure I've been on this journey for about 2 months now. And not very long, but it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. And we've done some how-to videos and a few vlogs, and of course the grow it, cook it, eat videos where I show you guys how to use what you grow in your garden for recipes. But we haven't really had a conversation. You know, who am I? Why should you watch my videos? You know, I'm just another girl on YouTube, and that's it, right? No, that's not it, guys. So today we're going to have a kind of get to know me vlog type video while I prune my rose bushes. So 2 for 1. We get to talk and you get to watch me work and learn a few things. Okay, so I'm Kiki Soto. This is my baby girl. She is the youngest of 5, Sky Pie Soto, aka Baby Zilla. And you guys saw Ginger running around. That's a little Maine Coon. That's the garden protector there. That's why we haven't had any issues with squirrels, rodents, or anything like that during our garden season. No rabbits, anything, because she is a beast. You guys want protection in your garden? Get a Maine Coon, an outdoor cat. But anyway, so yeah, it's been 2 months. It's been fun. And I live in upstate New York, Zone 5B. I'm 32. I'm a Capricorn, birthday next month. Hey, any Capricorns? Any Capricorns out there? We're getting ready. It's almost our time. So yeah, I kind of talked to you guys a little bit about why I started this journey. It was more to reassure myself a bit, get my self-esteem back up, and kind of take advantage of something that I love and something that I'm passionate about. So we'll talk more while I start to prune these rose bushes. So, give me 1 second. I gotta go get my scissors. Okay. So, it's fall, going into winter now, so this really needs to get done. And I don't know if you guys can see, but this is my yellow rose bush. Not sure what kind because they were here when we got here, but they have grown beautifully all throughout the summer. We've had lots and lots of blooms, and oh my goodness, wait, hold on a second. The last 2 roses, last 2 yellow roses. How cute. All right, let's get back to business because I don't want this to be a long video. Okay, so I'm just gonna bring you guys over. I'm basically deadheading. There are different methods to pruning your rose bushes, but like I said, this bush was here when we got here. So the last time it was pruned was probably when I did a soft pruning back in the beginning of spring before it started to bloom. So I'm just going to show you guys how I'm just trimming off the top. And you're definitely supposed to use shears and gloves, but I'm the kind of person who will stick their hand in the hot frying pan to take something out. So things like thorns and heat and stuff like that don't really bother me too much. So yeah, more about your urban girl gardener. Well, I was born in Long Island. I am the oldest of 5 kids on my mom's side, and I also have an additional baby sister on my father's side. So my siblings and I, we all love each other. That's a no-brainer. We don't always get along. That's a no-brainer. But yeah, most of my family is still in Long Island. We keep up, on the phone sometimes, and social media. Although social media, I kind of consider it kind of anti-social media a little bit, but that's a whole nother story. Anyway, so guys, look. So can you guys see those orange bulbs there? Those are called rose hips. Yes, very high in vitamin C. You can make teas with it. You can make rose hip jam with it. You're supposed to pick them or cut them right when they're that bright orange. You can eat them just like that also. They taste like cranberries, similar to cranberries. So I will be collecting those. And the method that I'm using here, guys, I'm just doing a chop and drop method where all the branches and leaves that fall, I use them right around the root of the rose bush, and it's just going to refertilize itself. Of course, there's going to be additional fertilizers, but yeah. So anyway, let's see, what else? So my mom passed away when I was 11, and it was just out of control from there. Well, I was just out of control from there. When you have a loss like that, because my mom was my best friend, nothing is ever really the same after that. So I got into a lot of trouble. I was, doing things I ain't had no business doing with people I ain't had no business being around. But I think that's a part of trauma, when you lose someone very important to you, and my mother was my best friend. It's traumatic. You do things and you go through things that you really, never intended for your life. So, in getting into trouble and doing things that I wasn't supposed to be doing, I ended up in and out of group homes from the age of 12 to 17. So I was in 13 different group homes, actually. Ran away a lot. I was just constantly in survival mode. Constantly. I lost my way tremendously when my mom passed. So that didn't stop me academically, though. Behavior-wise, I was not as good as I should have been. But academically, it always just came easy to me. I graduated high school with the Regents diploma. I was the editor of the newspaper at one of the group homes, the areas that I was in, one of the schools I was in that area. I got my varsity letter on the cross-country team. So after a while, I guess, in doing all that, I just decided not to become a victim of my circumstances. So when everything was going good and going well, my senior year of high school, I had just aced the SATs, was preparing for college. I found out that I was pregnant with my now 15-year-old daughter. So that was at 17. And let's see what else. So I did end up still going to college. I didn't finish. Got my first job, moved in with my daughter's father, and ironically, at my first job, I met my husband. I was 17, my daughter was 4 months, and my husband was 18, and he was also in college in Brooklyn. He lived in Queens. Somehow we met on Long Island. Shortly after that, we got pregnant with my oldest son, who is now 13, and we moved to upstate New York. Now, did I ever think that I would leave Long Island for good? Absolutely not. I did not. But, you know, if it's one thing that I've learned in life, it's that if you don't make decisions, life makes those decisions for you. So we had to make the tough decisions. And let me tell you something. To all my friends who are still in Long Island and still in the city, Queens, kudos to y'all, because it is expensive. It is expensive to live down there. But, okay, so that's the family history and a little bit what I went through growing up. So, what else can I tell you guys? So, when I went to college, and you guys see me doing this. You see more of those orange berries there? Yeah, those are the rose hips. And those form after the blooms die, as you can see here. The bloom's gone up there. But anyway, and I'm basically, like I said, I'm just deadheading this. Okay, yeah. So when I went to college, I majored in journalism. Like I told you guys, I was the editor of the school newspaper in one of the high schools that I went to in the area of Long Island while I was in the group home. And I was in 11th grade when I was the editor of the newspaper. I wanted to be a writer. I love to write. I also love to sing, even though I can't do it that well anymore. I come from a very musically inclined family. Very musically. I played the clarinet. I can play the piano. And that's self-taught. I can play the piano by ear. And my kids get a lot of that from me. One of my sons, my oldest son I was telling you guys about, Xavier, he can play any instrument by ear. He was gifted a guitar, and he makes some of the most beautiful music, and he hasn't had a lesson at all. And when we had a piano in our last home, he would just hear the music and just play it. It's pretty freaking cool. Pretty freaking cool, and he's a great artist as well. So I also used to do a lot of theater in school, a lot of school plays. My husband and I went on to have our third child, our second child together. And then we were young 20-somethings with 3 kids. 3 kids, guys. And it was not easy at all. Not one bit. But, you know, you got to do what you got to do, right? And that is all that you can do. Can you guys see this? I'm going to come back and get those rose hips later on. I just want to continue to cut this back a little bit. When you're cutting, I don't know if you can see that, cut on an angle, just like when you get flowers from the florist. Make sure you cut at an angle, just like that. So yeah, and then we thought we were done having kids. I had a small cancer scare and had surgery. Everything went well. Follow-up biopsies were all well, but they told us that we would no longer be able to have kids, and if I did get pregnant, I wouldn't be able to sustain another pregnancy. But I mean, we already had 3 kids. We did want 2 more, which eventually we ended up having anyway, which is pretty cool. It just goes to show you it's not your plan, it's God's plan. But yeah, I went for my last biopsy, And I told the doctor, I said, I'm pregnant. He said, no way, you're not pregnant. I said, I'm telling you, I'm pregnant. And he did the test, and he came back, and he said, you know what? You are pregnant, and I can't believe it. Don't touch that baby. Pointy. Look at, she don't listen. Gotta learn the hard way. But anyway, so that's when I had AJ, the sweetest little boy in the world, whom you guys often see in my videos. He's the coolest kid I've ever met, and I will say that, and I've been saying that, I will say that forever, because it's just the truth. He's so sweet and so awesome, so kind and giving, but he's an Aries, so he is feisty, honey. I know how y'all Aries be. Yeah, so then we were like, okay, we got 4, God gave us 4, I think that's it, I think we're done. Well, 5 years later, we find out that we are pregnant with Sky Pie. Right, Mama? Yes, this little princess whom I gave birth to last year. She's 18 months now, playing in the leaves, which is my mulch. So, yeah, we got pregnant with her, and that pregnancy almost killed me, guys. So, she is officially the last baby. As hard as that pregnancy was, and the aftercare for her was, because she was born 6 weeks early. She spent 15 days in the NICU, and the whole time was like the most terrifying time of my life. But I have to tell you guys, I wouldn't be doing this right now, this YouTube thing, if it weren't for her. I had to feel, I'm just cutting these weeds away down here. I had to feel the loneliness and the sadness that I felt to bring me to where I am now. And I say that because sometimes you have to go through your darkest moments to find what you really are in love with. Like I said, I was in music, I was in choirs, I was a runner, I was writing, I was doing all these things, and they made me happy. I was good at it. But gardening this year, when we moved into this new home, has made me more happy than I could ever imagine. And this is not my first garden. I had a garden 10 years ago, actually 10 years ago, and this is my first time back gardening in 10 years, but that was just a hobby. This is now all of a sudden, maybe because I'm older, maybe because of COVID, I just feel like I'm more in love with it, more into it. Maybe it's the bigger family and being able to grow food for our family in a larger capacity, and maybe I'm just in a better space. But you know, I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm obsessed with it. Every time I find something or I see something, I'm like, how can I use this in the garden? Or how can I grow that? I'm saying, all the seeds I have, I don't even have that much space, guys. But I want to show you guys how to make the most of it. And that's what we're going to do. Okay, so back to the roses. So like I said, I'm going to come back and I'm going to get these rose hips later. Let's see, something silly about me. I make a song out of everything, like everything. We could be talking about weeds, and I'd be like, weeds, 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 we hate them weeds, weeds, don't need them weeds, weeds. Like, I'm super retarded like that sometimes. Or, you know, the kids will be talking about something and I'll jump in with a stupid song and they won't be like, Ma, they jump in with me. Let's see, what else? I am very much aware of who I am now in my 30s than I ever was in my 20s. You know, when you're a teenager, you think you know everything. When you're 20s, you think, oh, I'm grown now, so I must know everything. And You really don't. When you're 30s, you kind of listen more than you talk. Or at least I do. I analyze things more. Like before, if someone didn't like me or was being rude, whether I knew them or not, I'd be like, oh, that bitch this or that bitch that. Now I'm just like, what's wrong with that person? What is that person going through? Or something must be going on. You know what I mean? Like, because when you're older, you realize people don't just bug out for no reason. And, you know, now when I see people angry, I'm like, want to come see my plants? So let's see. My favorite color is green, but I also really, really love pink. I'm a girly girl and a tomboy. Yes, at the same time, I love sports. Love me some football. Love, love, love football. My late mom and one of my late grandmothers were obsessed with basketball. And I like it. I watch it. It's entertaining. But I love football. Like, don't mess with me while I'm watching my games at all. Let's see. Do I have any quirks? Maybe, but weird stuff. Like, well, not weird to me. Well, maybe that's why it's a quirk to other. I like to dip cookies in soda instead of milk. Is that weird? Like, preferably ginger ale. I'm not a big soda drinker these days because I'm, you know, trying to get a little slimmer in the waist. But yes, I like to dip my cookies, or especially graham crackers, in ginger ale. And let's see what else. I can't take a shower if I don't have both soap and body wash. Like, I feel like you can't just do one. You have to have soap and body wash. Is that weird? It might be a little weird. Oh, look at all these beautiful grapes. There's so many of them. They're so super sweet. We've just been tearing up the white grapes. We haven't even touched these. What a waste. I have a distiller. I should make some wine. So anyway, let's see. I also tell really like stupid jokes, or rather I make stupid jokes out of everything. I don't know. I have a smart mouth sometimes. It can get me into trouble, but so far, it's only got me into a little bit. Favorite food. I really love breakfast food. Like French toast, pancakes, warm maple syrup. Oh, have y'all ever had French toast on made with God, what flavor is this? The pumpkin spice or apple cinnamon, that's the one. Apple cinnamon challah bread. Oh my God, it's so good. If y'all haven't, you gotta try that. Oh my goodness, I want some now. My favorite place to visit is the beach. When I die, cremate me and throw my ashes into the sea. I love the water, I love the sand, I love the sun, I love everything about it. Take me to the beach and I will be the happiest person in the world. Oh, and I love to throw parties. Like, I am the organizer of all things, parties, events, birthdays. I love to cook. So when I throw a birthday party, I cater it, sometimes even my own. Decorating, designing. I love everything about planning events. Like, if I had to choose one thing to do, it wouldn't be party planning, because that stuff is exhausting and you got to clean up afterwards. But I do love to do it though. Guys, what I did, I pruned it back just about 30%, but I think I'm going to do another 20 and cut them down more about halfway. But I'm skeptical because in the spring they were about twice this size and they were beautiful when they were big like that. I don't know. I have to go find the larger shears, and yeah, I think I'll cut them back and do more of like an oblong cut. Because like I said, these weren't really taken care of before we got here. And I want them to look nice and lush, even more lush than they did this summer. But on the bottom here, you can see all these leaves. I told you guys I was doing a chop and drop method. So everything that I pruned, I let fall right around the base of the roses. And then I sprinkled in my 10-10-10 slow release granules. A 10-10-10 is the NPK, your nitrogen, phosphate, and potassium. And then I sprinkled some blood meal, nitrogen, because, you know, we want to feed our plants really well. Nitrogen promotes nice leafy growth. And then I mixed in about maybe a quarter cup of Epsom salt with a gallon of water, and I watered it in all around the roots, the base of the rose bushes. The Epsom salt gives you magnesium, sulfur, sulfur, sulfate, whatever. And what it does is it helps the rose bushes to absorb the nitrogen, and also promotes lusciousness and beautiful leaves. And you just want to feed your roses good while they're going to sleep for the winter. They can be nice and healthy when they pop back. Like I said, I'm contemplating whether or not I'm going to trim these or prune these down anymore, because I'm actually going to do another trim in the spring. But I also have to go do the pink roses in the front. That bush is a little smaller. Anyway, I have an awesome husband. No one has ever been down for me and ridden hard for me since the way he loves me, since my mom. My mom was the only one who's had my back when I was a child. Anything, I couldn't do any wrong. And if I was wrong, you wouldn't know it, because she would make you believe that I was right. But my husband is the best. I've been so blessed. We've been together for 14 and a half years, just about, and married for 10, right? Hey, oh, you coughing? Yeah, you eating your popcorn? And we're so blessed to have the family that we do, right, Mama? Right? Yeah. So thank you guys for being here at Urban Girl Gardening. Remember to like, subscribe. I got another rose bush to prune up front, and then I got homeschooling to do. So yeah. Oh, and then later I'm going to the post office to mail off those seeds to all my winners. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Appreciate you. Be great. Bye.